Hey, what's up, guys? I just wanted to make a quick video. Actually, it's not going to be quick. It's going to be probably like 5 to 7, hopefully under 10. So if you're interested, strap in, and just enjoy the ride. If you don't want to hear none of this, then this is not the video for you. Um, Talking about social media, which Gary Vee very enlighteningly called it interest media, right? Um, so like I remember, and what this video is just like what's my experience with social media or my relationship with it, to it, and and history with it and to it. Um, I first saw TikTok in person, not in person, but like yeah, I guess like in person, like for myself. I saw it 2019, and I was like, no, this is not good for society. This is not good for people's attention spans. This is not good. This is not good. I was, I was like, nope. And I just ignored it. Never really thought much about it. I just saw a lot of like, at the time, I was, and also maybe put a bad taste in my mouth because I saw this dude who was like 28 years old or so. Not wasn't me. I didn't have TikTok. I don't know exactly how old he was, but I think he was like 28 to 32 ish. I don't know really how old he was exactly. And he was just like watching 14-year-old girls make cute comments or dress up in goth or like dress up in goth with really short shorts or or like dance. And I was like, this seems not good because this guy's way too old to see these girls, which are way too young, dancing and being cute. And I'm like, this is not good. And I, so maybe, with all the respect, I didn't have the most wholesome introduction. And in my opinion, there's nothing wholesome about what I just explained to you. Although in reality, TikTok can be anything you want to watch, and of course, it depends. Your feed is going to depend on the what you're interested in, of course. But I'm just saying, first impressions did not like it. I was like, nope, and I didn't think anything more about it. I'm like, I'm never gonna watch. I don't have any interest in watching 14-year-old girls dance, and even if I did, I mean that I shouldn't, right? So it's like, okay, I'm not gonna get, I'm not gonna get that app. Whatever. Never thought more about it. With Instagram, I thought it was kind of. I didn't see that. I thought, oh, you had to be like really cool, or I guess I thought it was like vain. Like you're just gonna put your face on camera all day, which is in many ways kind of what social media is all about. Although, it's like these Arnold Schwarzenegger used to. You could see him in talk about on video. You could see him talk about his dad used to consider him vain because he'd be looking in the mirror and he would tell his dad, I don't know if he would tell his dad this or just tell the camera this. He'd explain like, "Oh, I'm not vain. This is part of bodybuilding. Is you are looking at your current muscle mass and visualizing the future muscle mass and checking and being perfectly keeping perfect tabs or being perfectly in on point and in sync with where you are and in your mind where you want to go." So, is it vanity to have your face on the camera? By definition, kind of yes, but not necessarily. You know what I mean? And I'm sure most people watching this know that by now. Although when it was new, it just seemed like a vain thing. It seemed weird. Nobody did it. It just seemed it's like having a magazine where all the photos were of you or things that you were doing, and like 30 pages of the magazine are just purely you. And sad because I don't think many people know. No, people do know what a magazine is, but people don't know that most people used to get basically magazine was the soft transition into social media. There's no clear perfect transition, but it was kind of like magazines were kind of a preview sneak peek of what social media was going to be. Of course, there's no videos in a magazine, but I digress. So point is, that's IG. What's the Facebook? I was never big on Facebook. I just thought it was like a bunch of cool photos you had and you could talk about your feelings. And I never wanted to talk about my feelings with strangers. At least at the time I didn't. and I just didn't trust it. I just didn't trust. Also, it was strictly forbidden to have Facebook when I was a kid. Like, literally. You don't have to believe me, but I was. Now I'm old. I can do what I want. I had like 3 accounts, and I got locked out of all of them. So, not a happy experience with Facebook. But I love Meta. I love the Facebook company. I just don't. I didn't have a good experience with Facebook, and it's probably my own fault. So, anyways, all this is to say, this whole video, it's just funny because I'm such an old school person. I'm really an old school person. I didn't even like texting. When I saw texting come out, I was like 12 years old. Now, I'm not saying texting came out when I was 12, in that people were texting before I was 12. But for context, and I might not even be wrong about this actually. For context, when I was 12, it was 2007. So no, I'm not really wrong about this. That was like when texting came out, I was 12, and when I was 12, texting came out, and I didn't like it. I didn't like what I saw, and I was like, no, this is not good. And maybe I hoped it would go away, probably thinking it would, but okay, can I be honest with you? I didn't know it would be as big as it would later on end up being. I didn't have any vision for the future of what would be next. I just thought, this is bad, and it's not good, and I'm not going to participate. I had no idea phones would get more advanced. They'd end up being cameras. They'd end up being computers. Cameras and computers in our pockets. I had no idea that that would be what the world would be. I hated texting for a long time because I was bad at it. And texting girls, I was really bad at it. I was always much better talking with them than texting with them. Always. And as much as I love talking with girls versus texting them, I can text them now. It's a delicate dance. It's a game which requires much artifice. But with all due humility, I would say I kind of got it now. And still prefer calling them versus texting them. But I know how to text them now. I have this joke, but it's kind of a joke. It's kind of real. It's like any awkward text you could send isn't awkward if you are a top of the shelf guy. You know what I mean? And you can have the perfect texting technique if you're a guy that no girl wants. It's a horrible text. That's a variation of one of my jokes, which is basically like, people are probably going to take it the wrong way. This is not necessarily a comedy channel, so I don't need to necessarily be telling my jokes on this channel. I'm, at the moment, I'm being honest with you, very undecided as to what exactly my channels will be, how many of them they'll be, what socials I want to be on or not on. I know I want to be on IG. I'm kind of undecided if I want to be on, not that I don't want to be on YouTube, but I'm kind of undecided about it. I'd like to have, a part of me thinks just go full send, like have a podcast, have a YouTube, have an IG. I think that's pretty comprehensive, But anyways, basically the point of this video is just to explain to you guys, if you care to know, how in my heart of hearts, originally, I never wanted to be on social media. Like, ever. Like, literally, I did not want to do it. I didn't agree with it. I didn't agree with texting. Like, try to wrap your mind around what I just said. I did not agree with texting. When I say I'm an old-fashioned guy, I'm really an old-fashioned guy, okay? I not all the time, but I will listen to 40s music, 50s music. Like, ask people that know me. Again, not all the time. I love techno. I love electronic. I love rock. I love like Coldplay and Empire of the Sun, and like I'm from LA, so that's a lot of my music taste, right? And I'll even listen to country. Country's cool. If it's a good song, country is cool. But like I listen to 50s music sometimes. Like I'm so old school. It's ridiculous. So it's like, it's just funny to me because I've never agreed with social media, but yet this is the way the world's going. It's like, I'm not going to be a person who, when the TV comes out, refuses to get a TV. You know what I mean? Like, I always look back and said, oh, those people were weird. How could they have I don't know, whatever, I see things from their point of view, but I'm just saying, I'm keeping this video under 10 minutes. Social media is the future, and if you're not on it, you're not in the world, because half the world now is virtual. And I hate to say it, I hate to admit it, I hate to even think about it, but I'm just saying you got to be on social. And if you're going to be anywhere, really have a proper presence. And that's my video for today, and I catch you guys on the flip-flop. Right on, thanks for watching.